Uh huh. There it is. There it is, man. What's going on, world? Yo, it smells like It's crazy because I said this in the morning. It said the air quality is gonna be a little bit bad today, But I don't know if I should say this, but it's like I've been fortunate to experience Manila. I've been out in Manila before they started banning the cars, and the air quality there just smells like diesel gas and baked bread in the morning. So right now it feels like it's like something's burnt or like something's cooking. That's what it smells like. There's like smoke and stuff. So you're just smelling like smoke in there. It's like something, I don't know. It's like it just reminds me of like bread and shit. So what I'm trying to say is imagine the smell of smoke and then like gas and then wait. So smoke, bread, gas, and what was the other one I'm thinking of? Damn, I just had it. It was like gasoline, bread, coffee, and smoke. Like that's all you smell. Like when you're in a Manila. Like that was back then though. That was like 2020. I don't know. When did I go? 2012. It's 2012, 2013 ish. I always forget. I lose track of my time here, but yeah, I don't know. As soon as I left the library, I was like, damn, that shit. You know? But here I am. I mean, looks like we're hitting the double today. We got time. Got nothing better to do. That's the issue too. Is like if it's too warm, if it's too hot in the house, I gotta go outside and do stuff. So right now we got this going on, pretty much. We out here, man. As usual, damn. Getting visited by the seagull. Trying to get some food, man. All I got is a Butterfinger. That's crazy. Excuse me. Well, yeah, it's it's not too bad. I mean, truth be told, I'm spoiled with good air quality. So for me to have the smoking, or excuse me, for me to have to inhale the smoky kind of a atmosphere, it's probably not. I gonna say it's probably not for the best. I mean, you know, it could be better. Basically, this is not healthy for me though. But here I am. Like I say, it's not as bad as it could be. But hey, man, we here. I wanted to be outside. I wanted to be able to stream and whatnot. Forgive me. It's Butterfinger. But yeah, it's I don't know. So that's why I was asking a lot of other people today. I need to reach out to more people and ask them what the air quality is like where they're at, because the air quality, you know, it's an important thing, man. I'm not trying to be a nerd about it, just being honest. Like shit could be better. Shit could be way better. But here I am with the Butterfinger. What is this, man? This is the giant one. Hold on. The the 2-piece share pack. I had no way to share with. That's sad. That's kind of sad, yeah. Well, man, your dog died today, man. Rest in peace to your dog, man. What was the dog's name, man? If you don't mind me asking. That's crazy, dude. Crazy. I got some bam, Jolly Green Apple. Got that green Fago to match with the Sonic shorts. I'm not buying this again, man. I'm not buying this Butterfinger stuff again. Your dog's name was Mace, bro. Is that right? Am I saying that right? Oh, rest in peace to Mace. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. Unless it's Macy, but yeah. Rest in, rest in peace to your dog, man. That's sad, bro. That's sad. Yeah. I never had a dog of my own, but I've always had like family members' dogs and stuff. We always felt close to them. We were part of taking care of them and raising them and whatnot. So I've always, I don't know what the word is, had that affinity. Had an affinity for other family members' dogs. So I understand that feeling, man. And what was it, Zaylin? I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but thank you, Zaylin. Appreciate you, bro. I know. Thank you, Zaylin. If I'm saying your name correctly too, let me know. Yeah, I'm over here trying to get this Butterfinger's too much, man. That's the problem. Is I should have just got the Reese's, the fast break. But your boy chilling right here for the time being, man. So forgive me, man. We get a chance, we'll put something in the air ourselves, man. Then we got the Fago, so we doing all right today. Yeah. But everybody's kind of going through stuff today. Everybody's struggling with something today. So say hi to people, make eye contact. Just make people feel welcome and whatnot. Show some love, That's it, man. You show people some love. That's all you really need to do today, man. Everybody going through it. Everybody going through something. Hmm. I gotta get back to hooping too, man. Watching bro at the park. But yeah, it just the air. It just smells like something's burnt. It just smells like something's burnt. Like when I was in Manila, like 10 to 12. I don't know how many years ago that was. It was bread, gas, coffee, smoke. That's like pretty much all you smell. It's like bread, gas, coffee, smoke. Not necessarily in any particular order, but yeah, it's a doozy. It's something, man. It's something. Like again, I go from Seattle, which is like cleanest air quality probably in the country, if not the world. It's like one of the cleanest air qualities ever. And then I go straight to Manila, where it's like at that time being during that time period, one of the most polluted air um, qualities in the world. So that was a little rough, man. But it just every time we have the summer fires and the smoke and all that. Every time we go through that, it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's that same, I don't know what the word. It's reminiscent. You know what I mean? It's nostalgic. It's not in a good way or a bad way. It's just nostalgic. It just makes me think of my trip to Manila. So mind you, we catch a plane ride to Mindanao or Davao City in Mindanao, and it's like some of the cleanest air compared to Manila. It's like night and day in terms of air quality, and it was like a lot of lush, like jungle, like you just see a lot of greenery around you. So it's a lot of clean air and just vegetation and jungle air. Still humidity, but it's just jungle air, and it's like I low key will live here. And it's interesting because when you're down there, you could tell the quality of life for those people is a lot better. People are like I'm not gonna say they're like well off or whatever, but they're a little more well off and they're a little more privileged, I guess you'd say. Because there was a dude that was on the plane with us. He would talk shit about his classmates all the time. That's all he would do. It was like, yeah, all these guys talk about all this. this stuff, trying to do the right thing, and he's saying like, yeah, their heart's in the right place, but they're over here trying to fight and be part of movements and stuff. But the issue is, you know, they don't live as real as the people in Manila. And it's funny because people in Manila, like they figure that people in Mindanao have it rough just because you're adjacent to all the army and the people fighting each other and whatnot. So, and it's just like that everywhere you go, man. You'll be here in this country and it'll be like everyone makes fun of people from like living down south, in the southern countries or the southern states, excuse me. But realistically, man, the hospitality down south is a whole lot better. Everybody's saying good morning at least. You know what I mean? Everything is it's not necessarily cut and dry, but everything is like honest. And over here, it's like things are kind of just in the wings, like things just happen. Like for example, the Body Seattle shooting, like that whole situation. It's a situation where it's just like it's just uncalled for. It happened out of nowhere. Was it random people? I don't know. Was it people that were being targeted? We don't know. It was just something that kind of just happened in the spur of the moment. People who weren't able to argue or just box it out on the side. People used to just go to the side. People used to be like, "Hey, let's fuck that, man. Let's go 2 blocks down. Let's box it out right there." People just boxed out the McDonald's parking lot. Like people used to do shit like that, and then now people are just getting shot and killed. So, like I say, man, it's a quiet rage opposed to like something that's a little more surface level. But that's everywhere, man. Like just to draw the comparisons and that the dichotomy of a country, stuff like that. Like conclusions being drawn about one region to the next region, that keeps people divided, man. That stuff, it'll keep us divided. I'm just laying out the facts as I know it and the facts that I've personally experienced. But nonetheless, man, that stuff keeps us divided, man. We make fun of people's differences, but at the same time, it's because we're comfortable with each other and we actually know the truth more or less. We know things aren't as cut and dry as it looks like, as it seems. Like we all know, we know how it is, man. Like we know exactly how it is. You know, and so that's just how it be, man. It's just I used to say this all the time, man. It's like people talk about we had a time period where I don't know what the word is for that, like the crime rate was the highest in like Seattle Renton area for a while, like Seattle Renton Tukwila in that little triangle area. I guess you could throw Skyway in there as well, but that area had like the highest crime rate in the country for a while. Just like was small, it was like one summer or like end of summer or something. It was something weird like that. And people were talking about it. I was like, "Yo, is this crazy?" I think it even spread down to Tacoma, but the idea was like, I mean, we kind of already knew that, but the difference was we had so many crimes back then in the neighborhood. Like nobody was telling. Like people would get their houses robbed, and no one really talked about it. People would get robbed, no one talked about it. People would get beat up, and they'd get stuck up by a person with a weapon or something. No one really talked about it. So you got to imagine, like in a lot of these other cities in different states, where it's like people just live through that normally. They don't talk about it. They just go through the motions of this, and they don't report it. Some people like you can't go to the cops because people are watching you go to the cops, and they want to get rid of you for that too. So I ain't saying we ever had it that bad. I think there's some of our pockets and we had certain eras and time periods where we did, but at the same time, it's like that was a different time period, man, where you just had to be ready. You almost had to like, you know, there was a level of when I used to leave the house, man. It wasn't even about defense. It was like as long as you have a little bit of offense about you, motherfuckers ain't even walking upon you. You got to have both. You got to be really nice with both. You know what I'm saying? Because it's literally an adult who was willing to kill kids during that time period. It's still the same thing in a lot of other cities. You got to understand that. But that's what I mean. Is like a lot of these crimes and stuff don't get reported. A lot of these things that you think would make the stat sheets don't really, it the only time you see conflated stats or inflated stats is stuff like, politics and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like when it comes to actual crimes, it's actually a smaller version or the surface level of something that's really happening, man. So I want people to pay attention to that a little more. But that to each their own, basically, to each their own, man. Maybe shit like that all the time. Also, you got to think too, like in most cities now, there's a large homeless population in most cities. So within those communities, they're not really telling on each other. So there's a lot of crimes that technically happen, but they're just not reported because people are just doing it to each other at high rates every day. You know what I mean? It happens a lot, bro. It happens more than you realize. So, but again, that falls under the same umbrella, like I've been saying, man. Just pay attention to your loved ones and friends, and just keep keep showing love, man. Just keep showing people that you care, man. I got a couple fools right now that I'm not really even chopping up with like that. I ain't want to deal with them like that. If I'm being honest, man. We got that A Fuente Gran Reserva. Little short joint right there, man. We got the short one right there. We're gonna get that going. Get that burning in the shaking. You know what I mean? I don't know if I should. I might punch the hole in it. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Low key, I really might just punch the hole in it. Get it started like that. But yeah, man. That's what I've been on, man. I got double wrappers up in there. Should I do the? I'm gonna do the punch, man. Shout out to the dude, man. His store, was trash, but he gave me the advice. The dude gave me the advice, but his store wasn't that great. But shout out to bruh, because he was teaching me about not this particular torch, but the last one I had. He was like, you could just sit there and do the punch cut. I was like, low key, all right, I'm gonna start doing that. Well, let's see. As long as this ain't too, let's see. Let's double check. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. See, I can't complain, man. Like I say, man, I'd be blessed to be knowing people. I'm blessed to have the knowledge. I always say that, man. Blessed to have the knowledge out here. Where else would you rather be? Would you rather be somewhere where you're misinformed, uninformed, etc.? You know what I mean? Or you rather be somewhere where you know what's going on? You got shit going on. Come on, man. We'll be misinformed all the time, just sitting there. It's a damn shame. You know? Shit, we gotta get it. Here we go. Trying to even that out a little better. Yeah, that's that Grand Reserva, Arturo Fuente. You know, shout out to the A Fuente line. That sun grown. You know what I mean? That sun grown joint, man. That shit looking like a pirouette. Chocolatey kind of thing, but it's just a little short one. Good for the summer and whatnot. Moments like those, moments like these. You know, and it is the end of summer, man. That's the thing to keep track of, man. It is the end of summer. You know, it's I think when I was walking earlier, it was pretty warm. I mean, because I have a sweater too, but it's cooling down, man. It's cooling down, but we're still getting some beautiful 80s days. But it's getting to that time period of the summer where it's like being outside is risky simply because of the smoke. So I think by the end of the week or towards Sunday, a lot of people are going to be sick and whatnot. So towards the weekend, people might get sick based off of them spending time outside and just inhaling. You know what I'm saying? Not no, you know, recreational smoke, but just the smoke from the atmosphere or whatever. The fires, man, like the fires out there, that shit crazy, ain't it? It's like that every year on the West Coast. I was going to the walking up the street. I walked past one of my friends from high school. Walked past his dad. He didn't even recognize me, and we started talking a little bit, and we are just talking about the fires a little bit. You know how it be on the West Coast, and spoke about it shortly, and then we just went about our days, But it was just funny how we brought it up. It was like, oh yeah, it's not that time of year yet. And then as soon as I walk outside, it smells burnt outside. Like it just smells like real burnt. That's crazy. So but I had this plan anyway. I was like, if I don't do it today, I might not ever get a chance to get it in. You know, I had the Drew Estate. Had the Drew Estate earlier. It was chill, man. It was chill. A little short one. So that's why I was like, we're gonna double up both short ones today. Get that out the way. And then I'll probably focus maybe like weekly, like once a week or something. Get back to doing that. That's what I used to do. I used to even space it out monthly, and they were wondering like, man, we haven't seen you in a while. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I just been busy with work, and I was kind of in and out of work. I was part time in it, but like I was cutting down hours and stuff, and I was like, I don't know if I want to stick around for that, but I just need my specific set schedule, and I wasn't able to get that. But This is how we spending it, man. Summer, winter, all that. Oh, them people live, man. I'm about to go on that shit. Like later. I'm gonna check that out later. So yeah, a couple minutes. I'm gonna hop on over that side, see what's going on. You know, till right now we blazing it, but so we might wait for another like couple more minutes. But shout out to everyone that really dropped in. I mean, there's a lot of people that came in and out the stream and in the chat, like just saying what's up or whatever. Just, I mean, realistically, it was like Jeff Trombley and Zaylin Ramirez. That's the only two I see on the chat, live chat at least. But a lot of people were just hovering around for a minute, which is, I appreciate that. That's all I can say. I appreciate that. You know. There it is, man. I might just hit it off on the 22. Why not? And then that way I just hit another 15, 17 on that side. We'll see, man. I don't know. I don't got no clips. That's the thing, man. I'll be sitting there chilling, but people be saying they're gonna clip my shit, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't be doing nothing on the Twitch side really. I just be sitting there gaming. There's moments where things happen, but I'm not. Realistically, a lot of times with the clips, they work the best when you got your voice and you got the little camera going. So I don't really have a spot or space to really make that happen or do that. I'd have to reserve a space. So there's gonna be a point and period where I reserve some space, and I'll probably make that happen. I'll be like, yeah, let me make that happen. There's one spot that I could probably hit on the Fridays, but the issue with that is I actually don't want to take any space from any scholastic people. A lot of times you got teachers and tutors that like to take over this space. So they're doing actual stuff, like actual educational things. And I'm just in there gaming. I'm just in there recording truancy hour. I'm like, I'll just occupy my time somewhere else though, honestly. I don't need to be, taking up other people's space and like people's spots. Like other people can be in there for 2-3 hours doing some educational stuff for that week, for that month, and I'm over here hogging the space and time because I got there early, like a week early. Like, nah, you can't be doing that. That's just me. Personal morals, personal principles. But there it is, man. 23rd, Deuce Trey. There it is, man. Michael Jordan type shit. But all right, man. If anyone else that dropped in and out, anyone that's scrubbing through, man, just know I love and appreciate you guys, man. I'm just out here doing my thing as much as possible. You know what I mean? I used to give away a lot of my time. Last year, I gave away a lot of my time. Gave away a lot of my time last year. And this year, I'm just, I'm actually learning to really just like, hey, man, like it sounds like you need to lay in bed. Just go ahead and rest. So I just sit there and allow myself to rest on certain days and times, man. And because I can't help but want to get something done. I want to wake up and get something done all the time. That's my issue. I be sitting down for too long. I got to get up and do some push-ups or something. It's just something. You know what I mean? Because the problem is, if I don't do nothing, I get too bored. I just start eating. Just like everybody else, man. You get bored, you just start eating, man. It'd be like that. But there it is. Let's close it out right there, man. Love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Peace. I'm out.